What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So a few weeks ago, I received an email from Facebook, and this is what the email was. So basically says, you may be entitled to payment from the settlement of a lawsuit. The lawsuit claimed that Facebook shared people's data with third parties and didn't monitor how that data was accessed and shared. We're consistently strengthening our safeguards to protect your data and deny any wrongdoing. You can view the settlement details to learn more and understand your options. And so when I received that message, I just said, not now. I didn't want to even think about anything like that. And I thought it was probably some type of a scam or something, to be honest with you. And so I did a little bit more research, and I'm going to show you guys today that this is not a scam, and you can actually be entitled to receive some money. And yes, I'm talking about free money coming from Facebook if you have a Facebook account. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, if you're not getting notifications, let me know in the comments below. That way I can share this message to YouTube. Okay, so first I want to show you this news report, and then I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to claim this money. Here we go.
And you may have received a message from Facebook about a settlement for inappropriately sharing information with advertisers. But is this message legit? Brandon Lewis from our National Verify team is looking into it.
Verify viewers Rachel and Hannah both received this notification on Facebook. It claims they might be entitled to a payment from the settlement of a lawsuit and reached out to verify if it's legit. So let's verify. Our sources are Facebook and court records in a class action lawsuit filed against Facebook. In 2018, Facebook revealed that data mining firm Cambridge Analytica gathered details on as many as 87 million of its users. The data may have been used to target voters during the 2016 presidential election. In response, a group of Facebook users sued the social media company, now known as Meta, because they claimed they did not consent to sharing their data and that Facebook didn't enforce rules on third parties. Meta denied wrongdoing, but in December agreed to a nearly $1 billion settlement. Facebook tells Verify it sent some users notifications within the platform informing them that they might be eligible to receive compensation. So, yes, the Facebook user data privacy class action settlement is real. The settlement is open to people who used Facebook between 2007 and 2022 and who complete an online form. The exact amount each person will receive depends on how many people submit a claim. You can find a link to that form on verifythis.com. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Okay, so you saw that information there. The main thing that you want to focus on is the time frame. So if you had a Facebook account between 2007 and 2022, you can file and make a claim. Now you can also opt out, and we're going to talk a little bit more about opting out because that could be an option that you want to take as well. So let's go ahead and I will show you guys my screen here. And we are going to look at the website that you need to go to. Now, I will post a link to this website. So if you go to the comment section, it'll be pinned at the very top. And so you can click on that link. It will take you over to where you need to fill this form, where you need to fill the form out. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through all the different forms because you can fill it out online. You can also print it out and fill it out. You can also have them send it to you in the mail. Okay, so let's start from the top here. It says, if you were a Facebook user in the United States between May 24th, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022 inclusive, you may be eligible for a cash payment from a class action settlement. Okay, so let's move down here. It says important dates. So if you want to opt out, you can opt out. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So that opt-out date, you have to do it before July 26, 2023. Now, if you want to object to the settlement, you can also do that. You have the deadline of July 26, 2023. Now, if you want to file the claim to receive the free money, then you can apply for that. You have to do that by August 25th, 2023. And then on September 7th, 2023, at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, they'll have the final approval hearing. So that's when you'll find out. And so right now, we don't know how much the amount will be. It depends on how many people file claims. And so I don't even have an idea of how much money you would be receiving, but if you want to receive it, you can go ahead and fill out the form and you'll be able to receive at least something. So let's go back and I want to show you some things here when it comes to the opting out. So a settlement has been reached between the defendant, Facebook Incorporated, now known as Meta Platforms Incorporated, and plaintiffs in the class action lawsuit pending in the United States District Court from the Northern District of California. You are included in the settlement as a settlement class member if you were a Facebook user in the United States between May 24, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022. Okay, so I want to let's just move down and I want to show you why you might want to opt out. Okay, so we're going to go over how to fill out the claim and all that, but I want to talk about the opting out because this could be an option, like I was saying to some. And this is what opting out means. You can choose to opt out of the settlement and receive no payment. This option allows you to sue, continue to sue, or be part of another lawsuit against the defendant related to the legal claims and factual allegations resolved by this settlement. You can choose to hire your own legal counsel at your own expense. For more information, you can click there, and then there they show the deadline again. And so if you opt out, that will give you the opportunity to sue in the future if you want to sue in the future. Some people might just look at this and say, you know what, I'm okay with the settlement, so I'll just go ahead and fill out the claim. And so that's your choice. But I just wanted to run that by you because if you do take the claim, you can't sue in the future. Okay, you can't sue when it comes to this class action suit. You've already agreed to the settlement, so you're not going to receive anything else. Okay, so and it says right here at the very top, it does say the only way to receive the cash payment for this settlement is by submitting a timely and properly completed claim form that obtains approval from the settlement administrator. The claim form must be submitted no later than August 25th, 2023. And then it says right here, this is the important part. If your claim is approved by the settlement administrator, you will give up the right to sue the defendant in a separate lawsuit about the legal claims or factual allegations this settlement resolves. So it tells you right there, if you do take this claim, you're not going to be able to sue in the future when it comes to this claim. Now, if you want to object, this is what you can do. If you do not opt out of the settlement, you may object to it by writing to the court about why you don't like the settlement. You may also ask the court for permission to speak about your objection at a final approval hearing. If you object, you may also file a claim for a payment. Okay, so you can object to this whole settlement and still file a claim. If you do nothing, this is the most important part, okay? Unless you opt out of the settlement, you are automatically part of the settlement. If you do nothing, you will not get a payment from the settlement, and you will give up the right to sue, continue to sue, or be part of another lawsuit against the defendant related to the legal claims or factual allegations resolved by this settlement. And this is very important. If you do nothing, you automatically give up the right to sue in the future, and you don't receive any cash payment. So you need to do something. So you're either going to opt out or you're going to fill out the form, fill out the claim, and receive the money. Okay, so let's go back and let's start from the top here to submit your claim. This is what you're going to need to do. So in this section, you're just going to need to fill out your basic information, your name, your address, all that information there. And then they're going to ask you details here. Did you reside in the United States at the time between May 24, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022? And then they're asking you again, this is it's kind of redundant, but were you a Facebook user at the time between May 24, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022? And then it goes on to say, are you filing a claim for a current account, a deleted account, or a combination of both? And so even if you've deleted your account, you still have access to this money. Okay. Now, once you've filled out all this information, this is also very important here. How are you going to receive your payment? Okay, so how do you want to receive your payment? So you can get a prepaid MasterCard. You can use PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, the direct deposit in your bank account. Me, if I were to do this, and I haven't actually, to be honest with you, I haven't decided if I'm going to opt out or if I'm going to actually take the payment. But If I were going to take the payment, I would go ahead and just do the debit card, the prepaid card. Okay. And the main reason that I would do that is I don't want anything that's tied to my bank account. I don't want any type of transaction that's going to be tied to my bank account, just for security reasons. Also, PayPal would be a good option because that's not tied to my bank account. So the other options, Venmo and Zelle, I wouldn't do that. And then the direct deposit, I definitely wouldn't do that. So that's just how I would go about this. And so down here at the bottom, this is where you verify your identity. It says, by submitting this claim form, I hereby swear under penalty of perjury that I am the person identified above and the information provided in this claim form is true and correct. Okay, so that's where you put that information in. Now let's go up. I want to show you guys the opt out because this is an option. So if you want to opt out, pretty much you're putting in the same information there. So your name, your address, all that. And then when it comes down to here, you're going to put your username, so your Facebook username, and then your current email address, and then your current phone number. And then if you have a deleted account, or if you've already deleted your account, you can still put that information in here. And then the same thing. This is the verification. And they're just explaining to you that if you opt out, you still have the right to sue in the future if you want to do that. Now, the other information on here, important documents. So let's say you don't want to do this online and you just want to receive the claim form. You can receive it as a PDF, and you can fill this information out and you can mail it in. So that's another option there. And then they have more information here. So if you want to follow up and look at the actual class action lawsuit and all that stuff, you can do that. And then if you want to contact them, you can contact them. This is where you would mail that information in if you need to mail the information in. And so that's the form there. I will post a link in the comment section. It'll be pinned at the very, very top, so you guys can go over there and fill out the form. As well as if you guys have any questions, let me know. I will be following up. So I'll be following up as far as when it gets closer to the date, just to remind you guys of this if you haven't done it already. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification. That's all I have for you guys. Talk to you in the next one. Bye.